It's April 11, and tomorrow night, Jews around the world will gather to mark the beginning of Passover. To mark it, Jewish families will come together for a traditional meal where symbolic foods and rituals help retell the story of the escape of their journey from suffering and oppression to freedom and hope. But this year, as Passover begins, it does so under the weight of war, of pain, uncertainty in Israel. It is the second Passover since Hamas's attack on October 7, 2023, a day that saw over 1,200 Israelis killed, 251 taken hostage. For the families of the 59 hostages still believed to be held in Gaza, there is no celebration, only absence. Their pain is especially deep during a festival, after all, that is meant to bring people together. Many tables will have empty chairs. Silent tributes will be paid to loved ones who are missing or who never came home. It comes at a time when Israel continues to wage the war in Gaza while also engaging in multiple conflicts across West Asia, with Hezbollah in Lebanon, Houthis in Yemen, and the Red Sea, and the escalating tensions with Iran. And yet, amid all this, Passover still holds a message that transcends those who would make faith into a source of division and conflict rather than harmony. It's not widely known that the story of the liberation of Jews from Egypt is also celebrated in the Quran. In Islam too, Moses, or Musa as he is known in the Quran, is a revered prophet. Muslims also believe in the liberation of the Israelites from Egypt and recognize the moral of the story, that is, overcoming tyranny with faith, with patience, and with perseverance. And it is this shared reverence that creates an unexpected but important bridge, a common ground between Jews and Muslims, especially in these fractured times. You see, both faiths believe in Abraham as the founding father of their faith and a prophet of the one God. Both honor many of the same prophets, and both carry stories of survival through hardship. So while Muslims do not observe Passover the same way, many still recognize its spiritual as well as historical significance. For some, the message of liberation and unity resonates deeply, not just as a religious ritual, but as a universal truth. And today, that truth feels more urgent than ever, when the pain and punishment of Israeli bombardment in Gaza has taken a toll of thousands upon thousands of children and women, innocents in a brutal war. The Gaza ceasefire has collapsed. The fighting has resumed, as Israel has vowed to continue with its military operation until all hostages are returned. Hamas says it will not release the rest without a permanent end to the war. And so once again, families of hostages take to the streets, pleading with Prime Minister Netanyahu's government to cut a deal, even if it means withdrawing from Gaza entirely. In his Passover message, Netanyahu has acknowledged their grief. Listen in.
Together we will return our hostages. Together we will defeat our enemies. Together we will embrace our wounds. And together we will bow our heads in memory of our fallen.
Meanwhile, in Gaza, the human toll continues to climb, and according to Gaza's health ministry, the Palestinian death toll has crossed 50,800. The hospitals are overwhelmed, medical supplies are running out, humanitarian aid is blocked, and in the occupied West Bank, Israeli military raids have only intensified. Homes have been destroyed, families displaced, and the tensions continue to mount. In Iran, military leaders speak of strength and divine victory, invoking the same language of faith and confrontation. On Thursday, Iran's rear admiral said, and I'm quoting here, "The devil seeks a direct confrontation at sea, but with God's help, we will defeat and drown it like the people of Pharaoh." An apparent reference to the biblical story, again to the same ancient story, the Pharaoh who was a tyrant, and his soldiers were drowned in the Red Sea while chasing Moses and other Israelites. So the Iranian general here is using the same biblical reference to now say that the tyrants in this war, by which he refers to the US and Israel, will be drowned in the Red Sea again, while Iran will emerge victorious. The story of the Exodus is part of all Abrahamic traditions, where Jews, Christians, and Muslims share so much in common, and yet religion, which should have ideally united us all, instead has become a major point of contention. The story of Passover also is part of the biblical traditions. So as Jews mark Passover this weekend, perhaps there is room, even in grief, even in conflict, for a small act of reflection, a reminder that sometimes the stories we think divide us are the very ones that can unite us. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.